This is a quick video just working through a couple motifs from the Circle of Friends scarf at KeepCalmAndCrochets on Etsy, where the full pattern is available for purchase. It includes a heap of photos with detailed stitch placement, and I promise it's just going to be a couple special stitches that could be tricky, so they're here in this video for you. I'm going to start my swatch with 36 stitches, 36 chain stitches, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Obviously this is nowhere near enough for a scarf or cowl, and in my full pattern I actually have a foundation chain of 144, which you may vary if you would like to make this as a bracelet or wrist warmers or leg warmers. Obviously please vary your starting chain accordingly. I'm now going to chain 2, and then I'm going to work half double crochets back along my foundation of 36, and that just means that when I come to slip stitch I have a turning chain and I don't accidentally leave myself a stitch short. 2, 3, I don't need to count this, I'm just working until I run out of chain. I will say if you would prefer to double crochet along this foundation, go for your life. Just means you'll have double crochet on your border. If you would prefer to single crochet, knock yourself out. I don't think I know anyone who would rather do that. I like half double crochet because I always feel like it's a kind of substantial chunky stitch, and it has a little bit of texture that helps to frame the edge of my scarf or blanket or whatever I'm making. So this for me is a favorite basic finishing or edging stitch. Of course you can get fancy with stuff like crab stitch, but it's a bit difficult to work that into a foundation chain, so I'm not going to. This is going to give me room to complete 4 motifs because each motif is spread over 9 stitches, or based on 9 stitches. So it's going to be a very small swatch, but that's okay. It's enough to get the idea, I think. I hope. You might also notice that I'm using a 4.5mm hook, which is a size larger than Kobu suggests. I have gone up a size on purpose to create something with a little bit more drape. This is such a lovely silky fiber that I don't want something really like stiff to result from it. I'd like it to keep its feeling of weight and luxury, and for me that means going up a hook size. Of course, please adjust based on your own personal style and desires. If you're a tight crocheter, go up a hook size. If you're a bit more relaxed, you might prefer to stick with the recommended hook size on your yarn label. But I love this because you can resize this for any stitch count you like based on your hook size and your fiber. The last one's always a little bit tricky for me. Okay, now I'm going to grab my end, check it's not twisted because you'll be so upset with yourself if you twist this foundation row. And I'm just going to slip stitch into my first half double there. Whee! Amazing. Now I'm going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3, and that's my first fake double crochet stitch. And I should also note that later on I will thread this through a needle and I'll sew to the other side of that chain to close off the edge of my cowl properly. But that's for later. I always go back and do that later. Chain 2 more, skip the next 2 half double crochet stitches and work a double crochet into the third one along. And do this all around the edge. Chain 2, yarn over, double crochet into the third. And just repeat. Chain 2, yarn over, double into the third. And try as much as possible to give your chain stitches the same length and same tension that you gave your foundation chain, because otherwise you'll have bunchy areas that don't really sit the same way. Oops. Last one. There we are. I'm running out. I should also say this is quite a forgiving pattern. If you do happen to find yourself with an extra stitch or missing a stitch in the bottom, don't worry about it. Chain 2 and slip stitch to the 3rd chain of the 5 that you began with. I swear I have often stuffed up the maths on this and just had an accidental extra or an accidental missing, and no one has ever noticed except for me. Okay, now I'm going to chain 4 and anchor this chain by working into the next double crochet. Now chain 13, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Try not to twist it. Skip the next available double crochet and work into the next one over with a single crochet stitch. Chain 4. And just keep alternating like this all the way around. 4 into the next double crochet. 13, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, stuff that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Skip the next available double crochet and work into the second one along. And this is creating the framework for the legs of your paper dolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 13 next. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Skip, grab. Now 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. And 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that's going to finish right there where I began. How lucky. Ugh, it's a little beast to get into that stitch, but we made it. And I'm just going to slip instead of doing a single crochet there. Now, because I need to start working from the middle of that chain 4, I'm going to cheat by slip stitching into the next chain stitch, and again slip stitching, and now I'm going to work 1 single crochet into the chain 4 space like that. Okay, so I've done 2 slip stitches to get me to the middle, and then my single crochet, and you can see the slips blend in pretty well. They're going to get totally camouflaged. My next job is to work, just checking my loops are all alternating correctly, is to work 7 double crochet into the chain 13 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and they'll generally kind of just spread out pretty well. You don't need to mess with them too much. Don't worry about it. Now yarn over and work a half double crochet into the peak, and whoops, kind of cinch that one down a little bit, like squeeze it down a bit so it's a noticeably shorter stitch than your double crochet. Now yarn over and work 7 double crochet down the other side of the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, don't worry about them bunching up. They'll sort themselves out. Single crochet into the middle of the chain 4 space. That's often what helps these guys kind of relax and spread out a little bit. And now just repeat, yarn over and work 7 double crochet up. You can see I've got my finger like in that chain to keep it tense, because then it gives me something to work against as I put the hook through the chain space and grab the yarn. Just in case anyone's struggling a bit with their tension. I did some wacky things the first time I was working this out. How many stitches do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more double crochet. Okay, now yarn over, and this is your half double crochet. And this is the one that we kind of squeeze on a little bit. And now 7 double crochet down the other side. So this is going to form the legs of your paper doll. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I'm going to work my single crochet into the middle of the chain 4, which will help these guys spread out. Again, don't stress about them. I don't even know why I'm doing that. 7 double crochet on the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Half double crochet at the top. Squeeze. 7 on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Single crochet into the chain 4. And last one. Let's go. 7 on the way up. 2, 3, 4. Oops. 5, 6, 7. Half double crochet at the top. And that's a good stitch just to take note of, because on the way back, on the next round, we're going to be working into the double crochet before, the half double, and the double crochet after. So it's really good to be able to visually identify that shorter stitch, and squeezing it that little bit tighter certainly helps you on your next lap or journey around to see that stitch at a glance and know which one you need to be working into. Whoa, that was scary. How many stitches do I have? Half double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Okay. There's the single crochet I started with. I'm going to slip stitch into that. And because I now need to create the body of my paper doll, I actually need to be at the top of this peak. So I'm just going to slip stitch my way up the mountain. Off I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but only work 6, because now we're going to stop here and look at what's next. The idea for this round is to work torso section, and that's going to be 3 double crochet, 1 in the next double crochet, 1 in the half double crochet, 1 in the double crochet after. So the 7th, the half, and the first, if that helps you at all. So I will now slip stitch into my 7th, because I'm going to have to cheat by chaining up. 1, 2, 3. And there are fancy ways to do this that look a bit more like a double crochet. I'm just not bothering. Now I'm going to yarn over and work a double crochet into the half double and a double crochet into the following double crochet. Now I'm ready to set up my framework for my arms, and that's going to be a chain of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh no, don't knot up on me, please. You are actually the worst. So I've got myself into a tangle here. Sorry about that. That's why I should always skein or ball my yarn properly before starting, but often I get a little bit too enthusiastic and then I wind up in trouble. Okay, I'm going to now yarn over, hold that chain firmly on the back of the hook, and look for the last double crochet. So you can count up if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or you can look for the short stitch and then go back 1 and work into the double that precedes your half double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Chain 15 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, this bunching yarn does not bode well. I feel like I'm going to have to stop and sort myself out. Okay, let's see if I can just get through to the end of this section. Yarn over, look for your short stitch, then go back 1. Work 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, what a mess. Okay, looking for my next stack. Here it is. 3 double crochet. Splitty yarn. There we go. 1, 2. I love bamboo, but oh my gosh, it splits. It really does. I don't have any kind of magic tips or tricks or anything around that. It just splits. Even running a bead across it hasn't really helped me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hooray! And here I am back at the start of my round. So I'm now going to slip stitch to the top of that chain 3, pokey pokey, and chain 3 to begin the next round, which has DC4 together. All right, I'm going to stop this and untangle my yarn, and I'll catch you in the next installment